Hey, good evening. I'm here with one of my best friends, Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Hey, Ross. Hey. This is Ross Peterball. Anything motorcycle related I do, he's usually involved in some way.
Thank you for including me.
Yeah, I think whether it be front forks or all kinds of stuff. Building motorcycles, fixing motorcycles, all of it. But today we have a really cool product that he was kind enough to come over and help me with from Carpuride. And it's the 702BS. Built specifically for the BMWs. So I've seen this product many times. It's on every Instagram feed, it's on every Facebook feed, probably because I clicked on it. And I've seen it so many times, and I've always thought, well, okay, maybe that's cool, maybe it's kind of just a gimmick or something. But we're here to show you today that it's not a gimmick at all. I want to start out with some general options that come with motorcycles. And you have a what?
I have a 2019 Harley-Davidson Ultra Limited.
Okay. And so we're going to look at that. We're going to look at Jackie's Triumph. And we're going to look at what my BMW, which is a 2016, came with originally. So let's get into that. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So 2016 BMW GS 1200. You've probably seen my bike before. This is what it came with originally. It came with analog speedometer and tachometer. And then you had this little LCD printout, or a little LCD screen down here. And you had to use these buttons right here. And you could scroll. See, it says miles to empty. That's a setup. So here's my overall mileage. Here's our trip miles. Miles to empty. And then down here, you can see you got your date, you got your engine temperature, you got all these things. But that's really all you get. If you turn your turn signal on, you get a little green flasher, but that's it. No other data. So let's go compare that to the Harley. All right, so this is your Harley.
It is.
Yep. And this is complete factory screen, right?
This is complete factory screen. I've done one firmware update on it to allow Android Auto.
How did you do the firmware update?
You have to plug in a USB dongle, download everything from the download software on a Harley-Davidson's website, plug it in, and go through the steps to get it updated.
And that's just stereo works. And that's just so that you can use the Android Auto?
That's right. And then inside here you've got your media port, and for $35 I bought a generic mirroring system that allows you to Wi-Fi to this, and then you could use Android Auto.
But you had to buy all that, right?
I did, absolutely.
Okay. So it wasn't ready to do that when you got it.
For CarPlay, all you have to do is plug it in. Luckily, Android Auto can be wireless using Wi-Fi.
Okay.
But yeah, here's your Android Auto, split, and all your apps that you can use. I keep mine pretty limited. Love the Weather Radar app. But,
and then you still have your analog up here, typical Harley analog gauges.
And so none of my analog gauges tie in with my Android Auto. So this is strictly navigation and music and phone calls for the most part.
Okay, cool. This is Jackie's Tiger. It's a 2022 Tiger 900 GT low ride height because she's short, right?
Vertically challenged.
Vertically challenged. And we're going to show you what the stock looks like on that. So they have this really pretty TFT, full color. And it gives you your basic information. The distance that you ride, your average speed, your duration, all of that. It gives you your range. It tells you when your service is due. You can adjust the deal. You can change the different colors. You can change to different styles. She's going to kill me for doing that.
Does it come with navigation?
It does not have navigation. It does not have CarPlay. It does not have Android Auto. It doesn't. It won't let you play Bluetooth through there. It won't let you do any of those features. It's basically just a stock TFT instead of having analog gauges. And that's what you get, and it's a 2022. So one of your previous bikes, like me, you've had tons of motorcycles.
Gotta catch them all.
Tell me about that one.
All right, so my 2014 BMW also had an analog display, and it had a Garmin Navigation 5, I believe, that would plug and play. So you could pop it off whenever you needed to.
Okay.
But I still had a phone mount, and I prefer my Google Maps.
Okay. And this right here is what it looked like. So that's the display on the 2014 RT.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2014 and up BMWs, if you have the Wonder Wheel, this is called the Wonder Wheel right here. If you have this, your bike is GPS, they call it nav prepped. So my bike is nav prepped. I knew it was, but the previous owner, I bought it used, and the previous owner took that off. So he took the GPS and the mount, and he took everything, I guess, to his new bike, which doesn't make sense, because if his new bike was nav prepped, maybe he didn't pay for the setup, he just paid for the prep.
Some people like to use paper maps still.
Tell us where we really at.
We just getting a second opinion, Doc.
We're going the wrong way.
Yeah, so he took my mount and everything, so in all transparency, I had to go to BMW and buy this little mount, and I'll show you. So this is the little mount that I bought. It was $247 after tax, shipping, and everything. You can get them cheaper on eBay if you want to wait. They've got them all over Latvia and a few other countries. I think they're about $150 to $60, but you're going to wait 4 or 5 weeks shipping, and who knows what tariffs are doing right now. So this is simple to install. The bar was already here because it was nav prepped. And then if you look right down in here, you will see a white clip. There's a white clip right down inside there. And all you do is plug that mount into that white wire clip.
So Ross, if you don't have the Wonder Wheel, can you still use this navigation
You
tool?
can, but you lose some of the features of having the Wonder Wheel. It just becomes, like you said,
A touchscreen device.
a touchscreen device, which you can reach up, and I took some video the other day and I'll show you. But let's get this thing out of the box and we'll see exactly how easy it is to install. This is the box that they send you, and I got to give a shout out. They reached out to me several times. I finally accepted their challenge to make a video. I'm super glad that I did. They are sponsoring this video, and I will give them feedback, and it will be honest feedback, and I'm going to give you guys some honest feedback that I've discovered using it. But I want to show you how easy this thing is. This is the box. This is the device. You can see the manual and stuff's in the bottom. There's no wires, there's no plugs, there's no 12-volt hookup wire that you need or anything like that. You can put an SD card in here, and they claim you can even watch videos and movies on it. I probably wouldn't do that while I'm riding. And then there's a power button here on the side. It is completely waterproof, weatherproof, but I'll show you these contacts and the factory mount. This is all you have to do to mount it. Put it right there. That's it. It's mounted. You're ready to roll. To take it off, you just push this little button on the mount right here. You see that red? That red tells you, hey, it's not locked on there, be careful. But that's all you have to do. So you take it in your hotel room at night, you take it into your RV, you take it in, put it, hide it in the saddlebag or something so nobody takes it. But that's it. It's locked on. Now we'll get into the features. Alright, so that's it. That's your, basically the bike's information, and it's giving you tons of information. It's, and Outlook is already linked to my phone. So it's linked up to my phone and it's gone to Waze. But to get back, we just hit this, we go to car home, and then we're back here. But if you look, a lot of the things that it offers, this is crazy, look at that. See the front brake lighting up right here? When I pull the front brake lever, it lights up. When I hit the rear brake, it lights up. It just amazes me the amount of data that this is getting from the BMW. It gives you your tire pressures. My front one's always lags a little bit. But it gives you way more information. Do you get that much information on your Harley?
Absolutely not.
No? And way more than the Triumph gives. And while all that information wasn't here, it's annoying to find because you have to either use the trip or the info.
This is the only device that I know that reads the information from the motorcycle and transposes it onto a TFT display.
Yeah, and you know what's also crazy? That's a 3-wire plug.
Wow, that's a lot
So
of
there's a
information.
power, there's a ground, and then there's the information wire. So it's collecting data through a 3-wire plug. It gives you
RPMs,
Yeah.
engine,
It also-
temperature.
It also gives you your lean angles as you're rolling down the road. And that's all, I think you said something earlier about how surprised you are that BMW,
Allows this information to be outputted into another third-party device.
but it's amazing that they do it.
Absolutely,
For
this
sure.
is cool.
Yeah. So we'll go through some of this. It gives you your information screen. It may only do that when the bike's running. But I took some video while I was on the highway the other day. So to go get to CarPlay, you just come here, you hit iPlay, and then you have your music that is loading from my phone. You can answer phone calls, text messages, and then the main thing I use it for is the Waze for mapping. But if you look here, it has I can listen to Fox News, Amazon Music, Spotify, Sirius XM,
And take a Zoom call for work while you're out on a joyride.
and probably take a Zoom call, yeah. And here's the split screen that I was talking about. It'll put Waze over here and it'll put your Apple over here. But to get back, you hit car home. And then that gives you your information. I'll also show you, I know you're an Android user, but they have that right there, that A Auto.
Cool, so it'll also run Android Auto,
Yeah,
which means this most likely has a Wi-Fi output that your phone connects to.
it does have Wi-Fi, yep, and you
there
can
you
link
go.
it. So, unlike your Harley, you don't have to go and buy the $35 adapter and plug it in and make it work and all that.
This is so much more than just Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The fact
Yeah.
that it transposes all of your data from the motorcycle onto this screen, there's a lot of tuning, like tuners, that won't even do that.
Right, yeah. Look at that. It tells you your altitude and it gives you your heading, 134 degrees. So, obviously, if you're riding and the bike is moving, it's going to do a better job of telling you where you're at. But I thought that was pretty amazing that it had that feature.
And does the screen work pretty well with your gloves on?
It does, yep. And I took some video and we're going to show that here in a few minutes.
Man, I just want to ride, man. I just want to ride. You know, ride, Sally, ride.
This is the part I've been waiting to get to. I want to jump on the bike. I want to go ride and show you just a couple of little features that I really find great about this Carpuride. One of the really cool things that I discovered is that you can use the Wonder Wheel. By pulling it to the left, like this, it will flash between whatever you're doing on CarPlay and the vehicle information from the motorcycle. So you can see I pull it to the left, it goes back to CarPlay. It's pretty awesome. The other thing you can do it all manually. You can see I'm using my gloves. I haven't really figured out how to transition to the weather app yet, but this is the weather app where I watch for thunderstorms and things like that when I ride. You can see with your gloves you can move it around. Everything works pretty well. You can see there's some little bit of weather right there up in the other part of the United States. Yep, this is a pretty cool road too, but you can switch it back manually as well. If you know about Waze, you know that they tell you about potholes and road hazards. One of the cool features is you can scroll down and you can click on still there. Now I know this thing is here. That pothole's been there for a while, but I can scroll down and say it's there, and there's that big pothole. You can see it right there. Another cool feature is the day and night mode. It's very easy to get to. You just pull your lever over right there. You can see I'm in night mode. I change it to day mode, and then you can scroll back and forth. Thought it'd be cool to show you another feature. It tells you when your turn signal's on. See it? Your turn signal's flashing. It lets you know. That's pretty cool because when you mount it, it does kind of block, you know, the analog gauges. The one thing I haven't gotten to work or haven't seen is the lean angle. If you notice right there, the lean angle stays at 0, and I'm not sure what's up with that. But other than that, it's been pretty flawless. Still, there's all your basic information, tire pressures, and all that. So that was pretty cool. Don't forget that there's a 30% discount, and here's the code, Chasing70, and the link is in the description, so you guys go click on that and check out everything that they offer for all motorcycles and even cars, older cars, trucks that don't come with CarPlay. It's an amazing company, and I'm going to get back in here with Ross and Jackie and Jennifer real quick. The link that I'm sharing in the description is going to take you to their website right here, and we were both amazed. Were you not amazed?
I was absolutely amazed.
Amazed at how many options that they actually have. If you look here, so this is the one that I have, the W702BS, and it works with the Wonder Wheel control. But you can see they have applications for just about every motorcycle. Here's a portable smart multimedia dashboard console with front camera and DVR option.
So I thought this was limited to BMWs and the Wonder Wheel, but after going to their website, you can see that it's so much more than that.
Talk about this one right here. I was excited when you saw this one.
So as a motorcycle rider, having a camera that points front and rear to capture any of your footage, but also for safety reasons, is a huge plus. And it's something that's becoming more and more popular in cars, and it's not something you see on motorcycles very often. So at that price, with the cameras and the GPS...
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. And like I said, our friends at Carpuride are going to give a 30% discount if you use our code. So obviously, Chasing70 is our code, and if you use that, you're going to get 30% off on their website. So you were talking about the camera system. I mean, that's crazy. And then...
So it's not limited just to motorcycles. There's also a doubled-in car application.
I mean, those are dashboard consoles right there. There's the doubled in. So that's going to fit right into any car that has the doubled in mount.
With a 9-inch display.
Yeah,
Nice.
So 9-inch. For that price, how do you beat that? That's crazy. I'm so glad that they sent me this product and that we're making this video, because I never knew that you could get all this from this company. I've just seen, because I guess I ride motorcycles and I look at motorcycle stuff all the time on Instagram, and those are the reels I watch. That's why I started getting those. And I guess once they found out I was on the BMW, that's why they kept hitting me up saying, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this. So yeah, I'm excited that we did it. Anything else you want to steer on the website and look at? Good?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Cool. Well, once again, that link is going to be in the description, so you guys check it out. And don't forget to use that code. We thought we were done, but the further we dig into this website, check this out. Motorcycle smart stereos. Whoops. Let me hover over it. Harley motorcycle series. Look at this. They make mounts that go right onto your Harley handlebars. And you've got a, how big did you say it was?
They have a 5-inch and a 7-inch display.
7-inch display. Apple CarPlay. You're navigating on your Softail or your Dyna or whatever cool bike you're riding. That's pretty amazing.
And you can also upgrade to get your TPMS sensors.
Yep.
From these guys, and it'll tie into the Carpuride. Just to note, I spent $100 on my TPMS sensors just so it has an app on my phone. It also ties into my smartwatch. Take the price of that into this application, and it makes this much more affordable.
You're $199, and then you get a 30% discount for watching us.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be making the move. This is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, for sure.
And now, Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
So my Harley-Davidson, brand new, 2019, was I believe around $27,000, $28,000. And it comes with an onboard navigating system that you have to pay to upgrade the maps. So I want to use Android Auto. So I upgraded my head unit. I use a dongle so I can have Android Auto connected to my phone. The downside is it's just a navigating tool and it's just music. Other than that, I don't get any information from my bike that goes through Android Auto to display on my motorcycle. With the Carpuride, it's going to pull that information and display it onto the screen for you. You don't have to buy any other accessories.
Yeah, and like we just saw on the website, the TPMS. So you can buy a TPMS through them, and it links to no matter what motorcycle you have. If you got a freaking valve stem, you put a TPMS module on it.
Yep, and the front and rear cameras, you add an SD card to the Carpuride, and you can start recording 4K, putting that on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's a huge plus.
Yeah, very cool. Well, this turned out to be a lot more in depth about their product than I thought it was going to be. But the more I learn about it and the more I use it on the road, the more I like it.
I think I'm going to have to buy another BMW so I can start taking advantage of it.
Just so you can plug it in, right?
That 30% discount, it adds up.
Yeah, 30%. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me over,
Thanks
Ross.
for coming over,
Yeah,
Ross.
man.
Ross. Yeah, and if you hear something in the background, we're having fajitas. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah. We got Jennifer over here. Got the whole crew. We'll see you in the next video. Appreciate you watching.